We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With Karina ready in her chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Welcome to the ThinkSoJoE Show.
Hello.
Yes, welcome.
Yes.
Thumbs up for Brian.
Yes.
Thumbs up for
always.
Brian, for sure. Yeah. We got to pay a little tribute to him a couple of weeks ago over at Stamps and, you know, all that fun stuff, so. And we'll get to do it again on November 13th.
Yeah.
Sabres win. Sabres
Right.
win. Sabres win.
Right.
Sabres win multiple times in the span of the last week since we've been here.
Isn't that great?
We went to that home opener. 5-1 was the final.
It was 5-1. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was super fun,
The girls of Grosh did the national anthems.
and it was lovely.
It was incredible. And, like, there was nobody there. It was empty. Like, the dudes behind us, like, before the Sabres started, like, scoring and really started rolling, like, they're yelling just random shit
It was funny.
because their buddy watching at home in North Carolina could hear them on TV. We're in the 300 level.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like, it was that
Yeah.
empty.
It was that empty,
and that
these
quiet.
guys were like that stupid drunk.
I think having Nerds Gone Wild play the pregame party was probably putting people to sleep anyway.
Truth.
Didn't bring the energy
That we expected.
that we hoped. I mean, so I've never seen Nerds Gone Wild, and we
Yeah.
accidentally stumbled upon a Nerds Gone Wild show.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we're standing there like, dude, that's Danny Gare. I don't want to. I don't like approaching celebrities. But dude, that's Danny Gare,
He was
and
really
that's Don
excited.
Luce, and like, yeah,
Yeah, there were
there's
all
a
kinds of people I didn't understand
bunch of
who they were.
bunch of Sabres alumni
Yeah.
hanging out there, and like you know, but Nerds Gone Wild starts playing, and I'm just like, this is the best cover band Buffalo has to offer.
It's not the best cover band. It's not. Do you guys have ideas of better cover bands than Nerds Gone Wild? I feel. Did I wear my leggings? I did wear leggings, but I did not wear Sabres leggings.
Right, you were looking at like random leggings that were not actual Sabre print Zubaz.
They were good imitations or close enough imitations that you got the gist of it, and they would have worked. But I wore Sabres colors plaid leggings,
Yes, you did.
and that was very appropriate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a hell of a game.
It was fun.
During the game, the Sabres put out on social media that all the players have their own, they picked their own goal music
Yeah.
this year. So no more Let Me Clear My Throat. DJ Cool no longer being heard in the KeyBank Center,
Yeah.
at least not for goal scoring. Anders Bjork scored, and I am very disappointed in Anders Bjork for not picking his namesake. However, I am not complaining that his goal horn, which we've now heard twice this season because he scored last night, is Let's Go Crazy by Prince. I think he scored last night. No, he didn't score last night. I don't know. I didn't see the game last night.
Yeah.
I just, like, we were at band practice,
Right.
and, like, you know, our current bass player was looking at his phone, like, in between, like, he saw, like, oh, it's 1-1 at the end of the first. Like, okay, cool, you know. Like, here's who scored for Vancouver, and then Okposo got the tying goal for the Sabres, and then it was 2-2, and then the next thing we know, it's 4-2. I guess Skinner and Tage Thompson scored, like, 23 seconds apart.
Oh.
And then Rasmus Asplund got the fifth goal. as the Sabres beat the Canucks 5-2, and for the first time since 2008, have gone 3-0 to start the season.
There you go.
Of course, they didn't make the playoffs in 2008. The previous time that they went 3-0 to start the season, they won the President's Trophy, which means they were the best team in the NHL in the regular season.
Okay.
It didn't translate to playoff success, unfortunately. But, you know, it's a tale of two different seasons, basically.
Yeah.
Speaking of seasons, I've been watching season 2 of Killer Camp. Our friend Lexi Rain is one of the campers this season. And unfortunately, CBS, or not CBS, the CW has pulled that from rotation. It's not on the schedule going forward.
That's a huge bummer.
After 2 episodes. There's a total of 8 episodes this season, and they've only aired 2. From the Killer Camp Twitter account, it seems like they're optimistic that they're going to still at some point air the next 6 episodes. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because now I've watched 2 episodes. Now I'm invested. Now I want to see who the killer is. And next week it was supposed to be like the campers get a chance to vote for who they think is the killer.
Okay.
So they can vote out somebody that may or may not be the killer, and if it's the killer, I guess they pick another killer. I was looking at kind of last season's results on Wikipedia. I really don't know how that works, but I was kind of looking forward to finding out.
Sorry.
And so I'm kind of kind of bummed that that's not happening. But I mean, it's still cool that Lexi got to be a part of that.
Totally.
And that hopefully this will finish airing at some point. Also, I posted a status the other day about my friends doing big things.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I can say because I don't want to steal her thunder. One of my friends did some ring gear for somebody on NXT 2.0 last night. I will say that it is a former Board Wrestling fan guest. So if you want to cross-reference all that and figure out who's on the NXT roster and who was on TV last night, you will probably figure out whose gear she made, but I don't want to outright say it because she hasn't posted anything. When I talked to her this morning, she hadn't even seen the episode. I had forgotten about it because I was at band practice and didn't watch it when I got home. And I forgot that she had made the gear, so I texted her, or I saw her tweet this morning, like, oh, something big's happening on Tuesday. And I'm like, oh, shit, I forgot to watch. And then I watched, like, before I went to bed, which was stupid because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. And, but I saw the dude come out and I saw him wearing the gear and I'm just like, Sarah, is this your gear? Sorry. Like, is this your gear? And she's like, yep, that's it. And she was like super excited. She said she was nervous because she didn't know if it was going to make TV. And of course I was nervous for her, knowing how WWE likes to just be like, oh, this is the script for today. Okay, here's the new script for today. Oh, man. You know what I mean? So like I was kind of worried for her. But luckily, it made TV, so that's cool.
That's very cool.
If you if you know, then you know. And I don't, like I said, I don't want to steal her thunder, but it was a great look on the dude. So
that's awesome.
Really cool for her. And of course, Grosh did the anthems. We had Working Class Stiffs played Punksylvania. Another band played like a big 3-day festival somewhere with like all these huge acts.
Didn't the Impurity play?
That's who it is.
Festival?
Yeah, that's who it was. Impurity.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all these people like that we know are doing these big things, man, and it's so cool.
It's awesome.
So,
and then Alan Cross mentioning At the Helm.
Yes, Alan Cross mentioned At the Helm. Alan Cross is like the patron saint of what we do here. like he is the original music podcast.
Right.
And I still listen to him on the regular. I'm subscribed to his podcast on Google Podcasts. So to see him mention them was just like, holy shit, those are my friends.
Right.
Those are my friends. They just got mentioned by frickin' Alan Cross. How cool is that?
So cool. So cool.
Yeah, just big things for happening for my friends, man, and it's so
Right.
cool. You know, I'm very proud of all of them. You know,
Absolutely.
Lexi doing the killer camp thing, even though
Yep.
that, you know, who knows if and when that's going to come back. I hope it does. I really
know.
do.
Or at least becomes available on Hulu or something.
Sure.
Like
I mean,
that,
it's a really good show, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll have to catch up on it.
yeah. I mean, there's only 2 episodes
Yeah,
to
it
catch up
shouldn't
with
be
that
hard,
she's
right?
on. I mean, there's another season prior to that, but
It might be cool to watch it from season 1.
yeah, maybe. But yeah, I saw the news this morning and I hopped on Twitter and I saw they had tweeted, so you may have heard. Like, yeah, I heard. Damn.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks. But, you know, Killer Camp was a good idea for a show. I don't know why CW was like, nah, we're going to put reruns of something else on Sunday nights after Legends of the Hidden Temple. Here's an idea. If you have a network and you're trying to get a show, trying to get ratings for a show, maybe not put it up against the NFL and fucking Bob's Burgers. As much as I don't like Bob's Burgers. As much as I don't like Bob's Burgers, that Sunday at 9 o'clock time slot is probably, especially during football season, is probably pretty difficult to draw in viewers. Yeah. You know, so. I mean, I don't even know what the hell the Sunday night football game was this past week. I know this week it's the Niners, which means I can watch it on Peacock again. Don't got to use my VPN for that.
I'm really sorry.
You should be.
I really am.
That's not good radio. Anyway. Yeah, so, and then Monday night was, so I took a nap Monday afternoon. I woke up to just yelling and pounding. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? There's doing some kind of work on a house behind ours here.
Oh.
I don't know why they were doing it at like 7:30 at night in the dark. But it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Anyway, and I thought maybe it was just people like getting ready for the Bills game because they played Monday Night Football this week.
That's right.
Which you know, a lot of Bills fans are mad about that game. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, they lost? Good. It's about time. They should have lost last week against Kansas City. Kansas City got fucked over in that game, but that's another story. But hey, we got 2 sports teams doing well.
Right. That's great.
Congratulations, Buffalo. I thought, you know, oh, look, we got all this focus on the Bills and the Sabres are just going by the wayside. And now the Sabres are 3-0.
That's beautiful.
Ran into a hot goalie in the second game against Arizona, but, you know, they still managed to win in a shootout. So 3-0. Good stuff. Good stuff. They're playing Boston on Friday, so that'll be a test.
Yeah.
And then Monday, they've got the Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. And and we're all, you know, we're doing a little band trip there.
That's so cool.
Minus Kevin, who's in New Jersey, but
Right.
It's going to be me and John and our current bass player and one of John's buddies.
To be announced at another date or
what? I don't think it's any secret that we've been working with Ryan McEnany from Shambles.
There you go.
We've been intending to, and last night we finally got around to. You know, got around to everybody being, because we did with Dan Twist last month. So it was like, let's get through this show, and then we'll get Ryan in, and we'll start working on that. And so last night was Ryan's first night with us. He's going to be with us for the foreseeable future. We're not rushing to find a bass player. We told him last night, man, like, if you want to keep doing this, you're welcome to keep doing this.
Yeah.
And we understand that Shambles is your first priority. So we're not going to get mad if, like, we're like, hey, can we, you know, we got offered a show and you're like, I got a Shambles gig.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, no, go, that's you. That's, you know, we understand that.
Absolutely.
You know, we were the first choice for, you know, John when he was in 2 bands, was like, we were his priority. So we understand how that works both ways, you know,
Absolutely.
But yeah, Ryan came in and killed it last night. So we, you know, we're really excited to be working with him.
That's awesome.
And let's see, I got a couple of questions here. Where do I think Arizona is going to be out of an arena? I think Quebec will, yeah, probably. I mean, Quebec is probably the place where there should be a franchise, where there's not. I mean, obviously there's the Canadians, but like Montreal doesn't count as Quebec, I guess, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, it's in there, but don't they try to like not be part of it?
Yeah, well, I mean, exactly. That's my point.
Like geographically, it's in there, right?
Yeah, I mean, Montreal is in Quebec. They just are like, yeah, fuck Quebec.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know.
anyway, Dax Toretto asks if I'm a wrestling fan.
That's
I used to run a wrestling blog and podcast. So I get paid a lot for wrestling news and bios and stuff. So yeah, I kind of have to be. I don't have much of a choice these days.
Oh, look at he's getting sassy with Laura.
Yeah, good. More people need to do that. Anyway, you got Laura coming in. Oh no, why is this show on again? Laura, why are you fucking watching? Nobody's making you. You have a choice in the matter. Just because you don't have a life outside of this show doesn't mean you have to watch the show. Anyway.
First song break. I'm taking some cough medicine.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Sorry,
Anyway.
guys. I'm getting over a sickness.
Hartford should have Hartford definitely should have an NHL team. I know they're missing the Whalers there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, how many episodes did I do of BWI? There was a couple of hundred.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. I don't know, a couple of hundred, I think. Let me see. Karina needs a Ricola. I don't know. I could probably tell you how many episodes we did. Let's see. 347 of them.
Oh.
347 too many. I don't know, man, because we had Mark Noyce on there, and he passed away recently, so that was tough for us. And you know, I made good friends doing that show, and we got to interview some great people, and you know, I don't miss giving up my Sundays every week, but
Right.
you know, I do miss like chatting with those guys every week. You know what I mean? And we at one point we had a regular. In the form of, I mean, like, you know, not like an every week regular, but he was on like once every couple of months. In Gary Barnage, who played for the Carolina Panthers when we first started having him on, and then he signed with the Cleveland Browns, and
that.
Yeah, that whole
Browns.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
347. Well, they weren't all 2-hour shows though. Like we started doing hours, and then we went to 2 hours, and then we were like, fuck, this is too long. And started doing shorter shows. So yeah, you know, that was a lot of episodes though.
Yeah. What are we on? 240 something?
285 today.
Really?
I believe. I don't know. Whoever's watching on YouTube, tell us what the number says. I'm pretty sure it's 285.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's the anniversary of Leonard Skinner's plane crash.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'm looking, because like, and I know this because every week the first thing I do when I go to make a thumbnail is Today in Music History.
Yeah.
And it was like Leonard Skinner plane crash and the original members, you know, like, man, I really don't want to do anything based off of that. Like, what the fuck am I going to do?
What would you do that would be tasteful?
Exactly. And so then, like, you know, the next thing I do is National Day Calendar, and it's like National Bra Day. Like, the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
Is it really? Wasn't last week no bra day?
I was going to say last week was no bra day. This week's bra day. What the fuck?
I like that.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I just like took a picture of my microphone because I'm like, hey, this has an all WNY logo on it.
Yeah.
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 Any plans for episode 300? No. No.
We could try to have a guest or some shit like that.
That's still over 3. That's like almost 4 weeks, 4 months away.
Yeah, that's.
I ain't worried about that. I got other shit to worry about.
Right.
I got a trip to California. I got a 14 more podcasts to do before that. I got the Living Brain Dead show. Whoa.
Right.
I don't know where Think So Brain came from. That was that was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Over 10 years ago. It's because at the last Living Brain Dead show, somebody handed me a Think So Brain CD, and I'm just like, I was not expecting this. Thank you.
Yeah, that's
And
really cool.
Yeah, I came home and listened to it. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is why we went with somebody else to record this. No offense to the person who recorded it, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of recording, we just got a new mixer in our practice spot.
Holy cannoli.
And it records, like
Yeah.
it'll output like individual tracks on like the one we had.
Okay.
And also we'll record them to an SD card. So we're thinking, we weren't originally thinking of recording our next EP on our own. We were going to go to a studio.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm thinking, let's just... He's telling Laura's being told to be quiet. All right. Anyway, I like this guy. Anyway, we so we're probably going to record it in the basement and just send the tracks off to somebody to mix it for us.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
So, yeah. The 25th of December is I wouldn't imagine it would be because it was 2 years ago.
How does that work?
I don't know. I would imagine it's either a Monday or a Friday this year. I have no idea.
Well,
one way to find out.
Actually,
I know it's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday.
Because it's a week after my mom's birthday.
I saw your mom.
I know you saw my mom.
Mom and Kirby came and visited me at the pizzeria. I did not handle any of their food. I had to trust the kids with it. But I gave them my discount.
Yeah.
Yes.
My mom said the pizza and the cookies were very good.
Oh, I did handle the cookies. I did.
I meant to text my mom and tell her that I finally got a chance to tell you.
Yeah.
So.
We have some really great pizza cooks at Brando's in Niagara Falls right now. There is problems with all of them though. One is that 2 of them are 15 years old and aren't even allowed to use a pizza cutter. I don't know how they're allowed in the fucking pizza oven if they can't use something sharp. Like, they shouldn't be able to crawl in an oven like Hansel and Gretel. But that's whatever. And then one of them, who was my full-time closer, he got an old job back and he's cutting down to part-time, and that really sucks. But that leaves room for our hardworking Nazi friend to
that
have hours.
You mentioned last week. You're hardworking.
See, the thing is that he's a really hard worker, as you would expect from a good soldier. He needs to just continue to watch his mouth, and I guess we'll have no problems.
Sure.
But we can't be having racial slurs dropped or people treated differently because of their skin color. That, he definitely dropped an N-bomb at one point. And we were like, dude, you can't do that. But he's been behaving ever since then.
Good.
I think he realizes that that's not welcome here.
Right.
But he does like anything that I ask him to. Whether it's dishes or like, chicken wing buckets. They're the grossest thing. You have to dump out the chicken wing blood, and then you have to bleach the buckets, and then you have to let them soak. And the smell of the chicken wing blood mixed with the bleach. Cool. Oh my God, guys. The things we do so you can have chicken wings. And then you like rinse out the chicken wings and like, chicken wings are so gross. Get chicken fingers or boneless instead. That's what I recommend. They're much cheaper and they're better cuts of meat. Truth. What's this guy? I want Karina to be the pizza master. And I want you to shut up. Wow.
Yeah, we gotta.
Wow, who is Dax? Do you know him?
I don't know. It looks like we got a fight brewing in the YouTube chat today. So I don't have to defend myself against Laura. Somebody else is doing it for me.
That's nuts.
Anyway, Yeah.
So we have a pizza Nazi. Remember the Seinfeld episode with the soup Nazi?
Yes.
He's not that bad. He doesn't tell people, like, no pizza for you. It's just like cold pizza for you.
Now, speaking of racists and Nazis,
what?
The Rapids Theater is currently under federal control.
Oh my God, how is this even gonna work?
The federal government has taken over. She believes that Dax is jazzy. The federal government has taken over Rapids Theater.
Where do we start? What are the charges involved here?
I don't even remember. I
know it was
read
financial stuff.
Yeah.
It was all financial stuff.
Oh, he knows me from Slat Rock. Okay, well, yeah. Trust me, if I wasn't a wrestling fan, some of those videos would be far less accurate. But anyway.
So it was all financial related stuff. So the government stepped in, and they're going to try and keep business going, from what I understand.
Validated regarding Rapids, says Brooke.
Yes, validated.
Yeah, I was reading. I don't remember what I read to you, other than we got to a point where it was like in charge of paying the employees, and we both
just lost our shit.
Stopped and laughed.
Yeah, because they paid us when they felt like it.
Basically, yeah. I mean,
I actually never had trouble getting paid. It was between employment periods that Brian had trouble getting paid.
Brian was like, I'm not coming to work for you unless you pay me up front.
Yep.
And John was also not getting paid. So, like,
that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, why that they got away with that? Like,
but yeah, like it was basically like they were trying to scam the government on taxes.
Yeah.
So like
so they were like, funds were in different accounts under different names and shit like that, from what I understood from the article.
Laura, you're gonna have to be more specific. There are a lot of wrestling YouTube guys with weird pronunciations.
Oh dear.
It depends. I mean, what is like? First of all, most of them are like European or Indian or like. It's like, their pronunciations sometimes sound weird. And then there's me. So anyway.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, Rapids.
So yeah, I thought that was hilarious to me.
I wish that we could see Brian's reaction to all of that. He is like pissing his pants continuously for the last fucking week over this. I swear.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably. It's just it's hilarious to me because like I can't interact with their page at all.
Oh, that's right.
They blocked me.
I mean,
for calling them out because they were like, "Oh, we don't know who's been posting all this Nazi bullshit on our page." Like, if you run the fucking page,
right,
you can see who posted shit. Oh,
yeah.
It wasn't our page. Bullshit. Oh, there's another page with a similar name. Like, yeah, okay, here's the name of the other page. Here's a screenshot of you doing exactly what you're denying you did with your fucking name. So who's fucking lying here?
Right.
Like, yeah, okay, sure. No, you don't know what's going on, right?
Right.
Maybe the feds know now. Maybe the feds have control of Facebook page. Maybe they can find out who's posting all this. Oh, you don't need to bring your Nazi papers to the fuck you. Fuck you and your anti-vax bullshit.
Oh man, here we go.
Yeah. Travis Tritt.
Oh, here we go.
Just canceled a bunch of shows on his tour.
With any venue that had a vaccine policy?
Any venue that had a vaccine or a mask mandate, he canceled the show. My mom just saw him a couple of weeks ago, and
Where did she see him? Do you know?
Riviera, I think.
Okay, so they must not have any
Probably
restrictions
not.
there?
So I texted, who's a bad YouTuber now? What happened? I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I saw this article this morning and I screenshotted it and I texted my mom. I'm like, didn't you just see this dumbass last week?
Yeah.
She's like, well, I don't agree with him. Yeah, I would imagine not, but I mean, what a dumbass. Like, okay. Like, seriously, if you are an artist and you're refusing to play places that are trying to keep their patrons and their staff and your dumbass safe, get the fuck out of here. Anyway.
Yeah, and so now, time for music.
It is time for music.
So what do we got first?
We've got Kerry Faye.
I love her.
All the artists we're playing today, by the way, playing the All WNY Halloween Night 1 next Friday at
the
Stamps.
29th at Stamps.
And this is Kerry Faye. This song is called Whiskey My Valentine on All WNY ThinkSoJoE show.
This whiskey is so good for me. Allows me to profess the things that I believe. This whiskey is so good for me. It helps me become things I thought I couldn't be. The song sounds like the others I wrote before. Because I don't know all that many chords. Cause as a child I would start something and then I'd quit halfway in. But maybe 30's not too late to try to grow up. Do you ever get the aching in the back of your neck? It starts just when you let yourself stress. Well, I was living with that, and I got so sick of it. So I said, fuck the money I'm not making. Might as well write shitty songs instead. This whiskey is so good for me. It brings clarity to my thinking. This whiskey is so good for me. I love you, John Jameson. I couldn't help but notice you in those tight ripped up pants, and the way you sat there with that smug smile said you didn't give a fuck, so I took a chance. Now I got you laying in my bed, it's 2 months and I don't know where it went. All I know is I would die for you. Don't act like you wouldn't die for me too. Keep on playing with my heart, I really like your style. It's super fun to fight about nothing at all. 'Cause then we go to bed until your teeth graze my neck and my legs wrap around you, and it's all that we need, all we need, all we need. You're all I need. Next few months we spent a lot of time figuring out what the fuck we were, so wasn't much time to figure out what we liked about each other, but that's okay because sex was really great. At least it was for me. I don't think it mattered that much to you. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. So I couldn't help but hate you the third time you broke up with me. The boy who kept on crying wolf really disappointed me. So now I'm crying here in my bed because I know exactly where you went. I still think of my legs around you and your teeth on my neck, on my neck, on my neck. You blew it, you blew it. So bye, 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 baby, bye, 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 baby, bye, 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 baby, bye, 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 baby, bye, bye, bye.
Kerry Faye on all WNY Think So Joe show playing Friday nights.
Friday the 29th.
Next Friday night, yes.
Next Friday night, not in a couple days.
Right.
A week and a couple days.
Right.
Yeah, the all WNY Halloween night 1. We just got some decorations for that night.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really fun.
I left for the show on last Saturday,
Yeah.
and just like Amazon drove by, and then it was like, here's and then it was like, your order's been delivered. Like, no the fuck it hasn't. And I left for the show, and then when I got back, it was like waiting for me. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, it got delivered. It just didn't get delivered when they said it got delivered.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Halloween decorations and we have balloons, as we always do.
Mm-hmm.
And for the whole weekend, we're gonna have, costume prizes. We're not having an official costume contest like we have in years past. But if you have a cool costume, we're gonna have some cool swag.
We didn't want to make Scott part with $100.
Right.
He usually was paying $50 out of his own pocket,
Right.
and we don't want to do that to him.
No.
So
So there's gonna be some all WNY merch.
Yeah.
We might have some ThinkSoJoE merch.
maybe
Maybe
We'll
we'll
see.
see how lazy we are between now and then.
it's a week and a half, so probably very lazy.
Very, very
I-
fucking lazy.
I wouldn't count on ThinkSoJoE merch.
Unless there's some made somewhere and we find it.
There's like one, but it's like a 4XL.
Oh. hey, Dan Twist, we have a T-shirt for you.
But Dan's got ThinkSoJoE shirts.
Dan's the best.
He
Oh,
is.
man.
I remember XM Pryor was playing Nietzsche's. We did it was an all WNY show. It was we were doing Rats on Allen Street.
Oh.
And like I show up, I give Dan a shirt, and the next thing I know, there's no sleeves on it.
And just magically they disappeared.
He said they fell off as soon as he got them. I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, which is usually
that happens to show shirts.
usually the case when people in bands get shirts at shows.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't bring scissors with me. Well, he borrowed them from the bar, I think.
Oh, really?
Actually, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't bring scissors. I probably should.
Especially the fabric scissors. Those are $100 scissors.
Yeah, I'm not bringing $100 scissors with me. No, Dan Twist is his shoot name. Anyway, I don't bring scissors. I should probably start bringing scissors in my gear bag.
It wouldn't hurt.
Just because, like, I'm at band practice. It was the first band practice back, and we do silent practices, so we needed drum mics.
Yeah.
Because the drum mics we had were Brian's. We don't know where they went to.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if they got back home or what happened to them, but they're not anywhere where we know where they are. So I bought drum mics, and I bought a shit ton of XLR cables.
Yes.
And they're all in the little zip ties and shit. There's like 4 on each one.
Yes.
So I'm like, shit, I didn't bring a blade. Like, John, do you have something I could cut this with? John comes down with the flimsiest fucking steak knife I've ever used. And I'm trying to cut you know, Dan's like, let me do that. Like, okay, here, you do this. I'll worry about hooking everything up. So,
Yeah, that's funny.
And last night we unhooked everything and then hooked everything back up because we got a new mixer and all that shit. But
That's exciting.
yeah, I mean, and then it was like, okay, now I have to figure out how to use this thing. I had to get an iPad to use it, which was.
So, let me ask you, how deep are you financially in this equipment?
Couple grand.
You know, I can't say anything. Like,
I'm making payments on it. Like, it's not like I paid the whole like $2,000 up front.
well, it's not like we're sitting here starving.
Right.
It's not like you're doing drugs.
Right.
Like, you're doing something productive that makes you and other people happy. So
Yeah. That
was
sucked.
a shit high five.
That one was better. Anyway,
A little bit better.
We're a little too close for that, I think. We're trying to go like inside hands too, so like yeah. Because if we went the other way, we'd be bumping the mic.
Right.
Yeah, we got a we got a new in-ear wireless in-ear system that we can bring to shows, and we can run our in-ears at shows.
Yeah.
And then the first so I had to wait till I got the iPad before I could try it out. And the iPad, I went to my mobile carrier on Thursday. I'm like, hey, I want to get an iPad on my account. They're like, okay, yeah, it usually takes 2 days to ship. We don't keep them in the store here. Like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking like 2 days, like Saturday. But then they set it up specifically. It says in the, in the tracking, weekday only delivery. So now I got to wait till Monday. So I had to wait till Monday. And then it's like, your package will arrive by 8 p.m. and you need to sign for it.
Oh, shit.
It was like, how the fuck are you going to have a package that I have to sign for? Like, I can't, like, authorize you to just leave it. I have to sign for it. But my fucking window is anywhere from, like, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., so I literally have to sit here all fucking day.
That fucking sucks.
And I mean, luckily the dude was there at, like, 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Or 9:30 or something. And then I've never owned an Apple product before. Like, I had an iPhone for like 3 days. It wasn't mine. It was being borrowed while my phone was getting repaired. Might have been the time I walked in the pool with it, Laura. It was before you say anything. Anyway, and I'm like, this is the worst 3 days of my life. This phone sucks. Granted, it was an iPhone 3 and like iPhone 5 was like the newest thing at the time or whatever. But so this is like my first thing that I've ever owned that's actually Apple. So I'm like, I don't know how to use this thing.
It's a little different.
It's not really compared to like Android 11. It's basically the same, except I can't figure out how to just go back. So I'm like Googling, how do you go back on an iPad? And it's like, oh, you drag 4 fingers from the left to the right. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm trying that, and it's not fucking working. I'm in GarageBand. I'm trying to get back to the previous screen. I can't, because I'm like, oh, I got GarageBand. Let me check this out. Everybody's always gushing about this fucking app.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I get the iPad, and I go and I open what I think is the App Store. It's a bag with a fucking Apple on it, right? It doesn't say what the apps are. It just has icons. So I. Like, that's got to be the App Store, right? It's a bag with a fucking Apple logo on it. Like, click. And it's like, we're making upgrades to the Apple Store. Like, come back later. Turns out Monday, Apple had a big event to announce new products.
Oh.
And when they do these big events to announce new products, they take the Apple Store down. Now, I'm like, fuck. All right, I guess I'm going to take a nap because it's 10 a.m. This thing don't start till 1 p.m., Fuck it, I'm gonna take a nap. And then I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I got the iPad right next to me because I'm like still playing around with it. It's new. I like new tech.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I realize, like, wait, no, this is the App Store. That is the Apple Store. There's a difference. So I hit the App Store and it's like, oh, good, I can download this app I need for this mixer. And like, well, I guess I'm doing this now. So I go grab the mixer, bring it in here. This thing is fucking huge. This is fucking case we have it in. So I'm trying. If anybody's got a lead on a 10 or 12 unit case, preferably rack case with preferably with wheels, Please let me know. I'm trying to not pay fucking retail for one of these things. I've already spent enough on the fucking gear that goes in it. But anyway, so I drag the fucking thing in here, and I sit it down, and I put in the in-ears, because I finally, like, okay, I got my in-ears. So I put my in-ears in, and it's like, holy fuck, there's no fucking bass frequencies in this thing.
Yeah.
It is all treble. I'm like, ugh, this is not going to work for me.
Yeah.
I need to be able to hear, like, I want some bass in my mix.
Shit.
I want some bass in my mix, and I want, like, if I'm singing, like, I don't trust that to make me sound like I'm sounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, and I know I only do backup vocals and shit, but, like, still, I want to be able to hear accurately-ish.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, these suck. So I grabbed these headphones, plugged them into my my wireless pack, and it's like, oh, okay. It's just the fucking headphones.
Thank goodness.
Everything else sounds good, so I didn't just waste $600 on a fucking shit system. So I had to go out and buy another set of fucking in-ears.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had watched this video of this guy. He's like, here's the best six, the 5 best in-ear systems under $50 on Amazon. And the number one, he's like, yeah, it's got a good bass response, and I like the way it connects to the wires connect, and you know they feel you can't even tell you're wearing them. And I'm like, that sounds really good. But then when I went to actually buy the product, it was $66, and I'm like, this dude said it was under 50. What the fuck? Oh, well, I'm going to buy them anyway because I need them. I got them today. I plugged them into my old phone and put on some music. It's like, okay, yeah, these sound pretty decent.
That's
so
good.
hopefully they'll sound just as good at band practice because the fucking headphones that I bought a couple of weeks ago that I was using there is... I don't know if it was just the headphones sound like shit or if I'm mixing it terribly in my headphones, but something was not going well in there. So hopefully next week we'll be able to remedy that. But before we do that, I think I already said we're going to the Sabres game against Tampa Bay.
Yes, you mentioned that you guys were going.
Nice,
It's gonna be a dude day.
Nice little band field trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, our first day back to practice, I'm looking around the practice space. I'm like, John, what the fuck's with all this Tampa Bay Lightning shit? He goes, oh, I'm a Bolts fan. Like, the fuck? And he's got there's a Sabres fan parking only sign on the wall.
Right, right.
I'm like, you know you can't park here, right? You know, that's my dad's. Like, yeah, but still, it says you can't park here. Did we carve pumpkins? No,
we did not yet.
We'll do
Thank
it
you,
tomorrow,
Mom.
I guess.
We have to. I have to make cookies later.
I had to set up for the show, and you had to set up for cookies.
I have
and
to do cookie things.
Yeah, I might nap after the show. I don't know. I got to bed at like 7:30, and I set an alarm for like 9:30 because I didn't know what time you were coming home.
Right.
And I wanted to be up so I could make sure like everything was all set when you got home.
Why don't we pose this question to both our listeners?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever carved a fucking pumpkin?
Because I haven't. Next thing I know, I tell her I've never carved a pumpkin. She's like, oh,
how did I not realize this about you? For one thing.
She's like, I'm getting pumpkins. Like I've got pumpkins. Like
pumpkins obtained.
That's what she said. Pumpkins obtained, and I'm like,
yeah, we're doing this. And Allison sent like this huge baggie full of tools that we can use to carve the pumpkins. It's gonna be so fun. You have never felt pumpkin guts between your fingers.
Yeah.
This is an experience that Joe has never gotten to have.
We got Dennis. Dennis is in the chat. Rob Stiggs is in the chat. John Johnson's in the chat. Laura, all of them I apparently am missing out, I guess.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, you are.
Look, man.
So we're going to carve in the next day, in the next 24 hours, we will be carving Joe's first pumpkin. So maybe next week we'll have some highlights, some photos that you can show.
We're like 66 days away from Christmas. Why am I worried about harvest stuff?
What? Because we're in the middle of the harvest, you fool.
I got to worry about, like, Christmas. Like, I have people I got to buy for.
Have you already bought my Christmas present?
I have not.
Well, bah humbug. Let's get through Halloween.
No, I need to buy you a Christmas present.
Where's my Halloween present?
Who gets Halloween presents? Who am I, Axl Rose?
No, thank God.
No, that's my drummer. Anyway, I seriously have never like actually carved a pumpkin. So
Yeah.
I guess
I think that's nuts because not only that you have gotten to be almost 40 years old without carving a pumpkin, but you have a kid who is 17
yes,
and she,
who does not live with me and has not lived with me.
but you've never celebrated Halloween with your daughter and
Sure,
carved
we
pumpkins?
have. We haven't carved pumpkins, but we celebrated
that's
Halloween.
such
I've
a
taken her
huge
trick or treating.
Okay, I mean, that's cool and shit, but the feeling of pumpkin guts under your fingernails, nothing compares to it.
I need to buy presents for New Year's Day.
I will take a present for any occasion that you will think of. Hey, it's Wednesday. Where's my present? We had macaroni. That was my present.
I bought you food.
Yeah, we had Mac Love. Have you guys ever tried
I got you
Buffalo people?
It doesn't have to be Buffalo. It's a virtual brand, so it's probably like
It
everywhere.
could be everywhere.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
But carve it yourself, or it could carve you. Says
This is so true.
y'all have been watching too many Halloween movies.
You just said y'all.
Yes, I have.
I didn't know that you
Yes, I did.
talked like that.
Sometimes
spoke
I
like
do.
that.
Anyway,
Yeah, so we carved pumpkins Monday. I didn't have to work. And my mom's little dude, my friend's kid that my mom babysits. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. He was at my mom's house, and me and my sister had just carved pumpkins. And the dude, he's 7. We had scraped the guts out of a pumpkin because he doesn't like to get too messy. So we knew that he wasn't really all about that. So we did the gross part for him. And it's not gross. You'll be fine. So he told Allison what to carve, and he carved it. And then we took all these pictures with the pumpkins on the front porch. And it was just like the coolest little Halloween-y day. And now you and I are going to carve pumpkins, and we're going to have the coolest big Halloween-y day.
somebody in the chat, somebody said, "Are you excited for WWE Crown Jewel?" Obviously not. If I'm agreeing to carve pumpkins instead of watch that,
We can carve pumpkins during the day.
that is during the day.
Oh,
Anyway.
Halloween-y.
Yeah, I don't know. I still gotta figure out a costume or something
Oh, I have
for
like
next
4
week.
costumes set aside and only like 2 occasions.
I don't.
So
I'm just like, I have other stuff to buy. I had to buy a wireless system.
speaking of stuff to buy, what do you want for your fucking birthday? Because you're the worst to buy for.
I don't
Your
know.
birthday's only like 3-ish weeks away. right?
I hope it's longer than that because we
3
have
or
a
4?
basis to train.
It's 3 or 4.
Yeah, I don't know. It's somewhere around there.
Yeah. So you need to start thinking about things that you want for your birthday, so that I don't have to compete with the things that you buy yourself.
It's yeah, I buy a lot of stuff for myself. So
Well, I mean, it's not like you don't work hard for these things that you get, and it's not like they're frivolous spending. It's all like for a reason, like. But you're still really hard to buy for because you pretty much just get whatever you want.
this is true. I get the idea in my head, like, hey, I need this,
Yeah, you do.
or I want this, or
I
or-
should get this record. Yeah, like I don't.
like. Sometimes it's need. Sometimes it's me convincing myself I need. Like the iPad was a need.
Right, in order to use the other equipment you needed.
Because I bought equipment that needed an iPad,
Mhm.
and I was already thinking of getting one anyway, just because like that way, if it's on my mobile carrier, it's got mobile data. I ain't gotta worry about if there's Wi-Fi
Yeah,
in whatever fucking venue we're playing. I could just be like, here, sell merch.
yeah,
You could take credit cards,
yeah.
and like I set it up. It's cool because it got all the list of apps, so or list of items that you could buy from us.
Yeah,
So all whoever's doing merch has to do is tap.
yeah. It looks really
and it
easy.
pops right. Yeah, okay, cool.
looks really
That
easy.
works for me.
looks way easier than our computers at Brando's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, I got to take some pictures of some of the merch we don't have up on Bandcamp, like the patches, the wristbands and stuff.
Okay.
So we just started selling these wristbands. We'll have them at November 13th.
Yeah.
We had them at Tudor. So November 13th, that is Smitten for Trash, The Living Brain Dead, and Claymore.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be really cool.
That's going to be a very interesting
Eclectic.
show.
Yes.
We were kind of looking for something in between us and Claymore, and then Smitten for Trash came around like, hey, we want to play. And I'm
it's
like,
going to be so cool.
I listened to them, and I'm like, this works. You guys can go first. We'll go second. We'll be in
Yeah.
between you guys and Claymore. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, I love the dudes in Claymore.
Totally.
I've known them since I was recording this EP that I got
Yeah.
handed to me last couple of weeks ago. So, yes, I very much do remember what JT's birthday is. That's how we started talking in the first place. Was we bonded over having the same birthday
Yeah.
and being Metallica fans. So
John wants to know, where are the dreadnoughts? Well, I think you spelled it too well for one thing.
no, that looks
No,
about right.
is that right? Is
Yeah.
there a C in
I-
the CK?
I think so. I don't know. I have a CD behind me. I have to look. Anyway, but no, we tried to get the Dreadnoughts, and there is still a spot for them if they want it. But I mean, I'm trying to do like 3-band bills
Yeah.
because you know any more than that is just way too long of a night.
For full bands, yes. For what we have going on the Halloween night one, it's mostly solo or acoustic acts.
Yep.
I think that, you know, having the 5, what is it, 5? that we
5.
have? I think that's
We're
gonna be
playing
fine.
4 of them this week. We're playing one more next week because the night 2 has 3 bands. So it was like,
works
okay,
out.
it works out. That's 4 bands this week, 4 bands next week. We'll promote this show.
Yeah.
October 29th.
July,
Jeez.
you're fast forwarding or rewinding. I'm not
Rewinding, I think. October 29th and 30th, we've got the 2 all WNY Halloween shows at Stamps, 21 up with ID, $5 each night.
Yep.
Prizes for good costumes.
Yeah, like
Who determines the good costumes?
Scott.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I don't have to do it.
No, we just made this Scott's problem.
Yes.
You guys, Scott
I-
is really easy to impress. If you wear a mask, I'm sure you'll get like a T-shirt or some shit. Maybe a koozie. I don't know.
I have a performance to focus on that night, the
Yeah.
first night. So
Right. It's gonna be cool though.
I haven't done yellow sauce stuff in like 2 years.
It's
so I
gonna be
have
so fun.
no idea what I'm doing.
Do
I'm gonna have like
you still have your aviators?
my
Your
glasses.
yellow aviators?
Oh, my yellow I had yellow aviators.
They looked yellow to me.
I don't remember having those
They were the glasses that you wore when you did your saucy stuff.
when I did my what
Your saucy stuff.
sauce. I have those weren't aviators. They were like reading glasses.
Oh, I thought they were big aviators.
No, I wore reading glasses.
I'm sorry.
So
John Johnson's gonna dress up as concert promoter Joe.
cool. I'm gonna dress up as yellow sauce Joe. I've got my own shtick to do that night.
Yeah. So
Been chatting with Leland over the last couple of days.
yeah, how's Lidl's?
He's doing well.
Good.
I had to message him because you wanted me to tell him what time we were playing.
I have to get a hold of a couple people about what times they're playing.
I think most of them are in the chat right now.
I think you are. Hi guys, expect messages from me.
I saw Devin's here. So
Yes, I see that now.
yeah. Dennis was here, so you got at least 2 of them here.
Yeah. Well, Dennis, I already talked to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be in touch, guys. Right after I make cookies.
The order makes sense to me.
Yeah,
That
it's
we
gonna
came
be,
up with,
Yeah, I just have to like scroll through our conversation and like write it down so that it's in the
So
physical.
you have the
realm.
actual times because it's
because we're
weird
just like
timing.
first and like I think the Magictones are going to be on at like 9:50. Like that's a weird set time, but it's because we have 5 bands.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I know what time Yellow Sauce is playing.
Yeah,
Past my bedtime.
past your bedtime.
My bedtime is like 7 in the morning, so it's not really past my bedtime.
No, We're
But-
not partying that late.
No.
No.
I got work to do. I got to come home and work for Slat Rocks.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I have some costume ideas I'm super excited about. Some repeat costume ideas that I'm also excited about in case, occasions pop up to wear a costume. We'll see. Maybe next week I'll wear a costume on the
At
podcast.
least for night one, I'm pretty limited in what I can do because of what
you're
I have to
performing,
do.
Right.
So, like,
You could just go all out with the narrator Joe thing.
rhyming voice with backing noise time. That's an interesting way of putting it.
Laura, you are brilliant sometimes.
Well, let's see if you get what you want, because the next song, you could do another version of me.
Oh my gosh. A clean shaven version.
Oh, God, no. Nobody wants that. That happened a while ago, and nobody wants that. Anyway. This is Anxious Kids Make Good People.
Awesome.
He just released an EP or an album. I don't know what you call it, if it's an EP or an album. I didn't pay that much attention when I was...
Nice.
But it just came out just recently, and it's called Heteropia.
That's a cool name.
And this is the title track from it right here on
Cool.
All WNY Think So Joe Show.
Got a lead pipe, I'm going to the bug burning / ice cream social. My beauty, my locket, my soul.
All right, that was Anxious Kids Make Good People.
I love it.
Indeed.
I love it.
I made a flyer for this show, and when we were in Rochester, I was going to post it. I was going to make the event page while we were just in the hotel room waiting to go to the show.
Right.
And then I realized that I had put angry kids make good people instead of anxious kids make good people. I'm like, fuck, I fucked this up.
Yeah, that's not forgivable. You
Like-
gotta start over there.
And I do all the show flyers on this computer, so like
Yeah.
all the files are on this computer,
Right.
not in the cloud. So I couldn't just edit the whole thing. I'm just
Yeah.
like, fuck. I guess we're waiting until we get
You're
home.
waiting another day. Yep.
We're waiting until we get home to do this. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you want to see more of what you just heard, come the 29th to Stamps. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did we say it was?
$5.
Oh, that's not bad.
$5 for
That's
5
not
bands.
bad.
That's a buck a band.
Buck a band.
You gotta like like everybody's gonna get $1.
Right.
That's not true because we gotta pay the sound guy.
Yeah, we got to pay
but-
some guys too, But
Scott pays security. We got to pay the sound guy. Scott pays security.
Whatever.
And then our cut too, you know.
I mean,
so no,
we're feeding the bands. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
We're feeding the bands.
Okay, I guess we're feeding the bands.
That's like my new thing is that I feed the bands. I bribe them to play for us.
I'm glad Jaynie Crash is getting fed because they came all the way out here for a show a couple of weeks ago and
I know
only went home with $30. So
yeah, it's gonna be pizza.
They went home. They went home with $30, but they also spent $30 because they bought 2 Living Brain Dead T-shirts.
Oh snap! So they broke even.
So they broke even on the night.
That's not including gas.
Feed the band sandwiches.
I could make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Tell Karina that I tell Karina she's really pretty all the time.
Thank you.
Anyway.
Yeah, show announcement.
December 11th.
It's a Saturday. It's Stamps. The All WNY Winter Warm Up. We're going to be collecting winter wear for West Side Food Not Bombs. We're going to be charging a $5. We can't really say charging. We'll be accepting $5 donations for admission and collecting winter wear.
Mm-hmm.
And proceeds will go to West Side Food Not Bombs. We will be having Katie Alessandra, who is the front woman for Turkey Blaster Omega, which is like my favorite band.
Now, did you see what happened to her the other day?
Yes, that is so fucking cool.
She's busking outside of a show.
Days and Days in Bridge City Centers, which I wanted to go to, but didn't think I was going to have the day off.
Right. So she's busking outside of this show in Rochester.
Yes.
Security's giving her a hard fucking time. And what is it? Bridge
City Centers.
Bridge City Centers come out and like, hey, you want to come and play inside?
Yeah.
And she got to fucking open this show because
That's
security was
fucking
trying to
awesome.
kick her out for busking.
That'll
which
show
is
you,
cool as
douchebags.
shit. John wants to know if he can donate online because it sounds like a good cause too.
For Food Not Bombs, we will figure that out. If nothing else, you could PayPal me and I could give cash to the cause.
Sure.
If nothing else. They're more of a grassroots thing. I don't know if they really have much online presence.
I would think maybe see if there's like a local chapter that you can
there's
donate to.
There's the other chapter in Buffalo, but I haven't heard anything from them in years.
Well,
honestly.
I'm saying like if there's like a local chapter in like Virginia that he could donate to.
Oh yeah, maybe
so
I
that
can
it's
look
going
into
to
that.
going into your local community instead of our local community.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we'll if you want to donate to ours, we'll take it. But I mean, like,
absolutely. And yeah, Food Not Bombs. They are a vegan organization, but that's kind of like just a detail. They provide food on the regular. They do weekly food shares. Happen to be vegan to anybody who's hungry. They, in the wintertime, pass out winter wear. That's why we're collecting things like gloves, hats, scarves, lightly used coats and things like that to help some of the less fortunate people in our very community. Food Not Bombs focuses on things like that, like helping people instead of destroying people to, bring the people together.
Mm-hmm.
Hugs.
Yes.
So
I might wear a mask at that show. Like because my whole plan was like, okay, we're gonna play this November 13th show, and then other than like band practices, I ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Because I got this trip coming up in December. I don't want to put that in jeopardy. Like,
absolutely.
So I'm not going anywhere other than like band practice.
Yeah.
And then the Anti-Flag show got moved to later in the month. Like,
what is the date?
I think the 21st.
Okay.
So it's like, great. Okay, I guess I'm going to that. That's fine. And now we've got this December 11th, which is like 6 days before I'm leaving. My flight got changed, by the way. It's earlier now.
How early?
Like 7 a.m., which is fine.
You'll survive.
I'm actually happy about that.
Yeah.
I really was hoping to be able to go earlier just in case like weather or anything because it's Buffalo.
Truth.
I'm not worried about the weather in California.
Truth.
I'm worried about the weather in Buffalo delaying my flight. So an earlier flight, better.
Right.
I'm okay with it. I'm also leaving California a little bit earlier, not
Okay.
like super early.
Are you going to be able to do everything that you plan to do?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
But the thing about it is, like, I'm leaving California earlier and getting into Buffalo later.
Oh,
So,
layover.
yeah, longer layover in Philadelphia.
It's so close yet so far away.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be frustrating.
Wonder how close Kevin is to Philadelphia. Maybe I can get him to come
Yeah.
come hang out with me for
That'd
a
be
day.
cool.
However long I got that layover for,
Yeah.
but or at least maybe I'll find some place to eat while I'm in Philly or something.
Yeah, go get a cheesesteak.
I guess I would have to go get a cheesesteak if I'm in Philly,
cheesesteak.
right?
Oh my gosh.
Just like I could get fucking rice-a-roni because I'm in San Francisco. I don't like rice.
well, then get pastaroni. But you gotta
Carbs.
get. It's you can have carbs in California.
207.6 is what I was at today.
That's awesome.
And that's from me, and maybe I could reunite with Risto. Anyways, yeah, that's right. Sure. No, I don't think I got time to go to a Flyers game. I think my flight home's before that.
Yeah.
You know what? I would really have to look at it. I would have to look into that. I don't know what time I'm getting in, what time I'm getting out. I got an email about it the other day. I'll have to look at that. Maybe if the Flyers are playing, maybe I could go to a Flyers game on this trip too.
You will be exhausted when you get home.
I'm gonna be exhausted anyway. If I'm in Philly, go to an ECW. I wish I could. I wish I could. Maybe if I'm in Philly, maybe I'll go make a pilgrimage to the ECW arena. Make a trip over to Swanson and Rittner. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I got to look at my itinerary again and figure that out. But I don't know how long I'm supposed to be there. I just know like my flight from California is earlier, and I'm getting home later.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Vacation extended then?
slightly,
Slightly.
couple hours.
It
I mean,
counts.
but like.
It counts.
Well, I mean more than a couple hours because I got the couple hours the other way too, and with my
Yeah.
flight being earlier in the day, which I'm super stoked about because I was like worried about weather and shit. So like, even if there's a delay, there's still a good chance I can get there on time.
Right.
So hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm kind of I'm okay. Like I'm getting in now at like 1-something, like 1:25 or something like that. I think before I was getting in at 3-something, and the show's at like 7 or 8 or something. So I'm
Oh.
like, if there's a delay, I'm fucked.
True.
Now, if there's a delay, there's a chance I can get there on time. So
Right.
hopefully, because that was the catalyst of me going in the first place. I mean, the Niners game was just a bonus.
Yeah.
So super excited for both of those
Right,
things.
Right.
And to see San Francisco, because I've been, my favorite bands from San Francisco, my favorite football teams from San Francisco. For a while, my favorite show was based out of San Francisco, which was Mythbusters.
I was just gonna say you're not talking about Full House, you jackass.
I am not talking about Full House. Mythbusters, which, the dudes from Yellow Sauce are looking like these days.
Maybe that's what they should do for Halloween.
They should. Yeah.
It wouldn't be that hard for them.
I just need a red wig. I could be bearded Kerry Byron.
Oh my god, do it. Do it.
Oh, no, I need a Crash Test Dummy costume. I could be fucking Buster, and they could be... I got to text Leland as soon as we hit this next song break. That's an idea. That is a workable idea.
Yes.
I can get down with that one.
Yes.
Anyway, and then
What if you were a Crash Test Banana?
Ooh,
Ooh.
that would, but
Would
that
that be disrespectful to Bob Paul?
I guess I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, gonna have to get you a California Seals jersey. I was honestly hoping that the Sharks would have had a home game on Saturday night, but unfortunately they are not playing that weekend. So
Yeah, of course.
I guess I mean I don't know how long of a trip it would be to LA if the Kings are playing, or like the Ducks or something. I don't know. But Crash Test Dummy costume, cover for what? Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. I gotta definitely talk to Leland. Like, dude, because you guys already look like the Mythbusters.
He's gonna smack you.
Ryan's gonna smack me.
Yeah.
Leon's gonna. Yo, that's a cool idea, dude. Yeah, I'm down for it. Let me talk to Ryan. Joe and teal and black. Yeah. No, I mean Joe in white seems strange, but I was wearing a Sabres home jersey around or a road jersey around the house for a couple of days. I'm thinking maybe I might wear the reverse retro.
There you go.
On Monday when I go to the game. I don't know, but there was 4 M's. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha. Crash test dummies.
Yeah. You gotcha.
I get the joke now. Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm glad we're all caught up on that.
Of course, the I know the lyrics to Headline News by Weird Al Yankovic much better than I know the original lyrics. So that was the thing. Like we were coming up with like 80s songs to do at live shows, and so like I'm sending lists of songs. Like here's songs that I already can play. I just need it's a matter of just memorizing them.
Yeah.
And one of them was like Michael Jackson Beat It, or alternatively Weird Al Yankovic Eat It.
It could be either one.
The Sabres are actually doing a few home games where they're wearing the white jerseys, which is nice. Something different to do.
Okay.
I was at a game, and I always wear my home jersey to the games. And I was at a game, and the Sabres were wearing road jerseys. And I'm like, what the fuck are they wearing road jerseys for? And it was against the Hurricanes. And I guess, like, their old away jerseys, they really hated.
Oh.
So they were like, can we wear our home jerseys, please? And the Sabres were like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
There was a game against Detroit a number of years ago, and Buffalo was wearing... I don't know if it was a home jersey or away jersey or whatever. It wasn't the jersey for the venue they were in.
Okay.
And I tweeted like, why is everybody wearing the wrong jerseys? Like, why are we wearing home instead of away? And, you know, like the Detroit Red Wings account got back to me like, it's something fun to do.
Did they tweet it in that tone?
No, I don't think so. but yeah, I don't know. It was just like, okay.
Something fun to do.
I do get snarky comments from hockey accounts.
Do you?
The Sabres account one time, they had a Q&A with then Sabres team president Ted Black.
Okay.
And I said, hey, I got a question for you. How come these, the black and white, black, white, and red jerseys and all how come those are not available in like the NHL video games or, available in like the Sabres store or anything like that? And he goes, it was all a dream, Joey. It was all a dream. Like, okay, good enough answer for me.
That works.
Apparently, I guess they didn't own the rights to that until last year.
Okay.
And last year being the 50th anniversary, they were like, oh shit, we need this. So I guess they bought the rights or whatever. So, which is why you can now buy merch with that logo on it in the Sabres store. Still no jerseys. I still need a fucking, the black jersey.
Yeah.
I don't want to say home jersey because they did change it in the middle of like that run, to like, the home is the dark ones. A very absurd answer.
Todd says that was a great question and an absurd answer.
But yeah, I found out apparently they didn't have the rights, and then when the deadline came up to like get it into the video game, I guess they didn't submit until like 2 or 3 days later.
Lame.
And it's still not in this year's video game, so I got no explanation. That was the explanation that was given to me. I don't know how true that was. Yeah, the Robo Penguin jerseys. That's back when the NHL was on Fox.
Oh.
Anybody?
Was that the glowing puck?
Yes, it was.
Oh, I learned about that in sports broadcasting class.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I did a great article on that at Board Hockey Fan.
Did you?
I did, because I like there was a rumor that like something like that would be coming back. And like they still don't have the glowing puck, but there is now like a sensor in the puck so they can track all. There's so much player tracking and for analytics and all that nowadays. Like there's chips in the jerseys, there's chips in the pucks, there's chips in everything now.
That's kind of creepy.
And so when like somebody had mentioned like, oh, it might be time for Fox Tracks to make a comeback. And I did this really well-researched article that I posted on Board Hockey Fan with the history of Fox Tracks and why, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it. You know what I mean? Like, I could do without the fucking comet trail on the puck when it shoots over, a certain mileage per hour. I could even do without the big, giant blue fucking glow around the puck. What I liked about Fox Tracks is, like, if the play is up against the near boards, like, you can see where the puck is.
Like, where you can't see it in real life. There's still that glowing thing saying this is where it is.
Right. So if you're watching from the hard camera, right? Like dead center ice facing towards the rink, right? If you're watching from that camera, the play gets down like right around here. Right
around like the penalty box.
Right around where the penalty box is exactly. Like, and it's right up against the boards. Typically, like if you watch a broadcast now, you don't know where the puck is. Like you guess where the puck is, which is fine. I mean, because if you're a hockey,
switch camera angles usually.
Sometimes, not all the time.
No.
So but if you're a hockey fan, you basically know where the play is going. You know where the puck is. But I liked that, like, you could see where the puck was. That was the cool thing I liked about Fox Tracks, honestly. I get the technology, but it was basically, it's referenced in the article that the idea was Americans were too stupid to be able to follow hockey.
Okay.
And that is why Fox Tracks came to be. And of course, Fox Tracks has a great legacy. It's got a shit reputation, but it's got a great legacy because it led to other technological advances in sports. Like if you watch football now, right? If you were watching football in 1996, you had to like see where the marker was for the first down line, right? Where they're standing there with the big orange pole or what. Now you get the lines across the field.
Okay.
Like that was born out of Fox Tracks.
Okay.
Like all these new like analytics and all the like there's still things that are being born out of what they did with Fox Tracks. And I think it was really shitty of Fox to assume that Americans wouldn't be able to fucking follow hockey.
Yeah.
But,
hockey's pretty easy. Like, I got this.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's, I did a whole article on Board Hockey Fan. It might even still be on the first page because we really didn't do much with that site. NFL took elements from the XFL, like cameras and interviews, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because there's like all these things that failed, but you're still seeing the good parts about them today. So, and I guess that's kind of cool. It's a cool legacy to have. I'm still glad the NHL's not back on Fox, but it's on ESPN now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, enjoying the stream? Fuck tips. Go to our merch store.
It's just merch.thinksojoe.com for that. Anyway. Yeah, I think it's, I didn't hate Fox Tracks when I was like, 15 watching hockey. Like, oh, hey,
it probably looked really like snazzy.
It was just like, it was such a stupid novelty thing. And it to me at 15 was like, oh, that's so cool. And now that I'm older and I've been watching hockey for decades, I'm just like, man, that was stupid.
Kind of like the Nickelodeon football game with the ooze.
Dude, that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
I liked that.
That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, apparently they've been using. I haven't actually watched a game on TV. No, that's not true. Well, the one that I watched was on the NHL network.
Oh.
It was the one against Arizona. We were in the building for Montreal, and I haven't even seen highlights of last night's game yet. I've been meaning to catch some, but I know who scored all the goals, so
Yeah.
but that's actually pretty cool. We were at Tudor one night, and there was a game. It was the LA Kings, and I don't remember. I think maybe the Ducks, maybe the Sharks. I think it was like two California teams, but it was like 90s night in the arena.
Oh.
And they were doing like an homage to Fox tracks during like replays. And like all the, 90s-esque, like Saved by the Bell style graphics.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
Star fades.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'll be home Friday and watching the game because I don't really want to spend the money to go, but I kind of want to go. I don't want the free beer that everybody's apparently going to get if it sells out. By the way, if you're in Buffalo and you like beer, one of the analysts from ESPN has said, hey, we're going to be in Buffalo on Friday. If the building sells out, because these games have been fucking empty.
Yeah.
The home opener,
really-
there were 8,000 people for the home opener.
How many does it seat?
Like 18.
Ouch.
Yeah. But an analyst from ESPN says if it's a sellout on Friday, I'm going to buy everybody in the building a beer. So I kind of want to see that happen.
I know. That's like really cool.
I don't want the beer. I do like the experience of being in the arena and watching the games.
Right.
I would like to see that happen.
Do
I
you
want to
need
see
everybody to be one beer drunker, singing,
Yeah.
because it's
No,
always
I
some
guess
drunk
not.
dude that starts that.
I guess I don't need that, but I want to see him make good on the promise.
Yeah.
I want to see if he
That
like
would be
keeps
really
his,
cool.
keeps his word and actually buys 18,000 people a fucking beer.
Maybe he doesn't have faith in the Sabres fans.
Maybe not.
to
I
come
mean,
out.
here's the thing though, like the Bills are doing really well. There's no game this weekend, guys. It's a bye
Bye
week.
week.
But the Bills are doing really well, so I feel like everybody's buying Bills tickets right now, and I'm sure Bills tickets are like astronomical right now.
Right.
I don't know. I don't care. But like, so I could imagine like maybe that's playing a small role in people not wanting to go see the Sabres. Also, 11, 12 years now of futility from this team, which looks like, did I ever see a game with Alex McGillney? Yeah. I grew up in the 80s, dude. Like, yeah, Alex McGillney was a big name here back then. I've probably $153,000. Thank you for doing the math.
Wow.
Todd in the YouTube chat
Thank you, Todd.
doing the math for us.
That's.
$153,000 is what it's going to cost.
I wonder if that's just chump change for that dude.
I can't imagine that if he goes through with this, that they're going to make him pay retail.
Truth.
I can't imagine.
By the keg.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't imagine they're going to make him pay retail. But I mean, still, I want to see if if 18,000 people, whatever the capacity is, the actual capacity, show up for this game, and this dude has to buy beer for all of them. I just want to see if he follows through.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I want to buy. I told you, I'm like, I might buy a ticket through Ticketmaster this time instead of through a secondhand marketplace.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to see that happen. I don't want the beer.
One of your seat neighbors.
I'm sure. Like, we'll get handed beer. I'll be like, yo, you want this? And here's the thing. If there's 18,000 people in the building, you got to figure a lot of them are going to be kids.
Yeah.
He's buying
So
a beer
that's-
for all the kids, too? Like, now I kind of don't want to see this.
I mean, it's going to just be a lot of drunk parents, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so Friday, if I do stay home, it's going to be my first time being home to watch a Sabres game, other than the one that was on NHL Network. So now I get to find out if my VPN works with ESPN Plus, so I can make sure I can still watch the games. Is it cheaper to buy tickets at the arena for the Sabres than online? Yes, actually. I mean, aside from fees and all that shit being like, if you're saying go to the arena, yeah, it'd still be cheaper because you're not paying fees.
Oh, true.
most of the fees. If you're talking about like secondhand versus Ticketmaster, as of right now, I could get Ticketmaster for $31. I could get TickPick for, I think, $51 was the cheapest there.
Todd says, Joe, kids always drink free.
Yes, he did. I didn't see who posted that. I thought that would have been a Laura comment, honestly. Yeah. We've got 100 messages today between all the chats.
26 minutes and 50 seconds left.
There's Laura telling us to put recorded noises
into multiple microphones.
I don't know about multiple microphones. Well, I guess it would be multiple microphones.
Multiple inputs.
It is multiple microphones. They have two vocalists.
Well, what do we have
and
now?
A guitar.
Oh.
This is our dear friends, Jaynie Crash and the Tall Man. I'm super excited to have another show with them so soon after the last one.
I'm so excited
after
to
not
see
seeing them for 2 years, and you get to see them for the first time in over 2 years.
Yeah. There's gonna be hugs.
You didn't
all
even
around.
see them the last time I saw them.
No.
Because the last time I saw them was in Sodus.
You're right.
Yeah, you haven't seen them since way before
that was a
last.
long time ago.
Okay. This is Jaynie Crash and the Tall Men. And this is a song. They've had this song for a long, long time,
Yes.
and ever since they first played at like Cardboard Homestead's apartment,
Oh, geez.
it's been dedicated to that.
Okay.
And this song is called "My Little Shithole" on all WNY Think So Joe show.
Mice and the roaches are scurrying around. Are they pets or are they pets? Well, at least I'm not alone. The fridge don't work, oh, that's okay, because I can't afford to eat. Yeah, it's my little shithole. It's where I lay my head. No taller than the top of me, and it smells like something dead. A trailer with a basement, but it's good enough for me. I love my little shithole, as long as it's only temporary. Now remember, some crackhead came crashing through the glass, grabbed some dough, ran out the door, and then they busted his ass. Got the call at work one day, and a car went through my wall. It's just sitting in my living room. It's my little shithole, is where I lay my head. No taller than the top of me, and it smells like something dead. A trailer with a basement, but it's good enough for me. I love my little shithole, as long as it's only temporary. Came home late one night and I'd had a lot to drink. Toilet was in the hallway, so I had to use the sink. Didn't matter anyway, with the gas on the brink. It's my little shithole, is where I lay my head. No taller than the top of me, and it smells like something dead. A trailer with a basement, but it's good enough for me. I love my little shithole, as long as it's only temporary.
Jaynie, Crash, and the Tall Man on all WNY Think So Joe show again next Friday at Stamps.
29th.
The 29th.
Yes.
I just texted Leland from Yellow Sauce. I said, here's a costume idea.
Yeah.
Said, you and Ryan can be Adam and Jamie, and I'll dress as a crash test dummy and be Buster.
Yeah.
So he hasn't seen the message yet that I know of.
Yeah.
And I will, if he gets back to me by the end of the show, I'll let you guys know what he says. I don't know how well that's gonna, because when we had them on, I'm like, you guys look like the Mythbusters.
Yeah.
And so now that's like that might be a great costume idea.
Yeah.
So
It would be.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I do like the idea of bearded Kerry, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the crash test, like, because I would imagine a crash test dummy costume is like one of those fucking bodysuits, right? So like, you know, just that wouldn't impede my ability to do like anything.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. So
so we'll see we'll see what the reaction is. I have no idea for next week.
yeah.
It's a week and a half away. I got
Yeah, you
nothing.
got nothing. That's so funny. I mean, that's not funny. That's horrible.
I mean, it's hilarious because there is a box full of costumes in the basement.
Oh, weren't you gonna wear fairy wings for something?
No, you were gonna wear fairy wings
I
for
already
something.
have my fairy costume set aside. It's adorable. Do you remember the Amy Brown fairies in the late 90s, early 2000s? They all had the striped tights on.
Nope.
I'll show you a picture. That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
I'm going to be a little evil little fairy. Can't you picture it?
Sure.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm gonna be me.
Concert promoter Joe.
No, that's what John's gonna be. I'm gonna be Yellow Sauce Guy Joe. Socrates from Bill and Ted.
Ooh.
I've only seen that movie once. It was
Really?
good. I liked it.
It was good.
What is your favorite costume you ever wore? You put her on the spot there, Brooke.
You mean for Halloween?
I would imagine in general.
I mean, if you mean in general, it's different. Because there was this one time, it was on Halloween, but it wasn't for Halloween. I put on a diaper and a tutu. And that was a winner.
I think she says yes. I think that means for Halloween.
Okay. I really liked that time I was a clown. I don't know. Like when I was little, oh my God, when I was 4 years old, I was a clown. Mom, whip out the pictures. I wish you guys could see pictures because I was adorable. I won like a photo contest or some shit like that for my aunt because she took a picture of me. I was posing. I was a little clown and I was posing like this. And I don't know what the fuck she won or anything like that, but I feel like I'm entitled to some of it for being so cute. But yeah, I remember my mom painting my face for the clown costume, and it was like a big deal, like lots of makeup. And like, you guys don't know me like this, but I am accident prone and messy. Verify. Yes. So the fact that like that didn't go horribly wrong was something. Mom, do you have pictures? We'll have pictures next week. We'll have pictures of our favorite Halloween costumes next week. We can scan those and put those on the computer, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Halloween costume?
Nope.
Never carved a pumpkin.
Nope.
Doesn't have a favorite Halloween costume. Not even Beard Al Yankovic.
That wasn't a Halloween costume.
Oh, what was that for?
That was for the Black and Heart Ball.
Motherfuck. What about the fucking luchador that almost made me shit my little tutu?
Nah, that was just something I threw together because I'm like, fuck, there's a Halloween show I got to fucking dress up for. So I just bought a fucking lucha mat. Maybe I'll just bust that out again. It's over here somewhere. I was an SNL Bears super fan, Dan.
Oh my God.
Da Bears.
The Bears.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I actually get that one. Anyway.
Yeah, I get that one too. There's this new cartoon on Netflix called Chicago Party Ant, and it's really fucking funny. So if you think that SNL Bears super fan thing is funny, you might want to check out Chicago Party Ant.
So I got a job that was like we don't want an American accent. We don't want it to sound too American. We want it neutral, which is fucking weird.
Does your gig description not say North American accent?
It is literally the title of my fucking gig. But anyway, so I got that, and then somebody else was like, oh, you know, you want more of a neutral accent. Like, what is with these people? And then, like, 2 days later, somebody's like, yeah, can you do it, like, with a Midwestern accent? And, like, the fucking script's got don't you know in it. And, like, what
Don't you know?
I'm like, okay, sure. And then, like, I'm just channeling my inner, like, SNL Bears super fan, you know, like trying to do that kind of accent.
I want to hear that. Gone Forever?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know. It was, I mean, like, the file still exists. I don't remember who it was for, but it's just like, okay, dude, I can try to do that. I'm from Western New York, which is more like Eastern instead of Midwestern.
Right.
Anyway, so it's like okay, I can try to do something like that. I don't know, get a Southern Virginia accent, make it weird. Well, see, here's the thing: is I've spent some time in Virginia, so I don't think it would be too drastic for me to start doing Virginia accents. I just choose not to, because you know. The reason I was in Virginia, fuck that guy. Anyway, my dad.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Anyway.
So. Yeah. So. That's don't you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I you know, I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I'm like trying to do it in that, you know, as best as I can. Apparently, I fucking have an accent, too, because people are asking me to not do an accent. Like, I live in fucking New York.
Right.
Like, and not the part of New York that's like, yo, I'm going to talk like this. Forget about it. You know, like, which is really weird because there's a guy in NXT now. And he went to school in Buffalo, and he's, like, billed from Buffalo.
Okay.
But his whole gimmick is he's like part of a mafia family from New York. Like, okay.
All right.
Sure, that I totally buy a legitimate
the opposite end of the state.
I totally buy a legitimate fucking gangster out of the 1940s from Buffalo. I mean, he's not from here, like he's from
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I would have to see it, I think.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing because it's like he was born somewhere else. He went to school at UB, which is legit. He went to school at UB. But then you've got Beth Phoenix, who's from fucking Eden, saying, "Oh yeah, his family had a grocery store right down the street from where I live." Like, but he's not originally from here, according to his fucking first thing he did.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know, like. So it's just like, what the fuck are you doing with this guy? Like, okay. And then they're like, oh, you know, you got snubbed to be on this talk show and now the producer is missing.
Oh, that's
like,
funny.
Oh, great. He whacked a guy. Totally.
He's sleeping with the fishes.
That's what I want out of fucking pro wrestling is 1940s fucking Chicago gangster from Buffalo saying, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Come on. The fuck?
The fuck?
Like, they want characters. I guess that's what you're getting.
Well, if they want something believable from Buffalo, they just need to make it drunk, crashing through tables, going, eh.
Yeah. They probably don't want to pay the rights for the fucking Isley Brothers song.
No, they don't want to pay the rights for the Buffalo Zuba gear.
I guess.
Oh, man, Zuba is so cool.
Yeah, sure it is.
Hey, you guys, if you're wondering what I want for Christmas and or Halloween, I accept gifts for both occasions. I want some Saber Zubas.
I have a Sabres
I'm not going to shut up about it.
I have a Sabres winter hat.
Yes.
That reverses, and the one side is Sabres Zubaz
So
print.
we know it exists.
We saw people wearing, like, actual Zubaz, like, not leggings, but,
not
like, actual Zubaz.
But maybe we
with
could
those
get
colors.
some and take them in.
I guess.
Do you know any people who do that?
I do not. But when I went to Columbus for the game against the Blue Jackets, I wore that with the Zubaz side out because I wanted to be the most obnoxious fucking Buffalo fan. except for the fact that there were like 15,000 other fucking Sabres fans there. I saw more Blue Jackets fans when I've seen the Blue Jackets play here
Yeah.
than I did when I went there to see the Sabres. Like, what the fuck? Everybody's wearing Sabres gear. There's like 3 people in fucking Columbus gear. Like, okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, speaking of things that are crazy,
Mm-hmm.
one of my old weed dealers gets a hold of me this past week.
Yeah.
So, I haven't talked to this dude in a while. He's a little pricey. He doesn't live near me. He's younger. I don't know. I haven't talked to this dude in a while. He hits me up. Like, he calls me, and I'm like, oh no, what's wrong? Like, why is he calling me? Ignore. And then he texts me a little while later, like, hey, you think I could get some cookies? And I'm thinking, like, this dude wants drug cookies from me. I don't have time to make weed butter and cookies. You can have cookies, but like, so I talked to him and I'm like, what are you looking for? He wants like some good old wholesome cookies. He misses my cookies because when he would deliver, my cover for him was I would give him cookies. And then it didn't look weird that I was going to his car, even though I'm sure that half the people on our street do weed deals with people in their car at the street. But whatever, I made it more wholesome. I brought cookies. That's fine. So he missed the cookies and he wants some cookies. He wants some cinnamon roll cookies. And so I'm going to make cookies for this dude.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I haven't made this kind of cookie in a while.
I heard back from Leland. He's doing a couple's costume, so he can't. So there goes that idea.
I wonder what it is, though.
I'll tell you off air.
Okay,
I don't want to spoil it.
As long as I get to know.
Yeah, I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
He told me what it was. So
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. But now I still need to figure out what the hell. I'm just gonna
You
dig
can
something
still
out
be
of the basement.
Buster.
I'm gonna dig something out of the basement.
Okay.
I spent too much money this month already on useful stuff. Stuff I'm gonna use more than once.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So the Last Rain has some shit going on. They're doing like a little mini tour. Like I want to say Rochester, Syracuse, Buffalo.
Are they the ones that just did the 80s album?
They are.
Okay. I want to make it perfectly clear that although the Living Brain Dead are going to be doing an 80s album, we were thinking of doing it before we knew they were doing it. We are not copying them. It is just apparently the hot idea right now.
That's okay. That's
I guess.
okay.
I don't know, but we were talking about that before Brian died, so
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so I'm super excited for them. They're my buddies. They let me sell cookies at their shows, and I helped them sell merch and cookies at one show. And like, they're just cool dudes, super talented. You should check them out. They're gonna be. I don't fucking remember when they're playing. They're playing in Buffalo soon, though.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't do any research. That was just,
Neither did I, because you're just like, hey, why don't we just play 4 of the bands from the 8 that are playing next week? Like, hey, okay, cool. I don't have to do anything except program music and promote the show.
Yeah.
Clean up the studio a little bit, which I didn't do a great job of. You could see over Karina. I thought she would have her chair more that way to block out all the shit that's still on the table. I got so many fucking packages and boxes and instruction manuals and shit over the last week.
Yeah.
That it's just like, and I didn't want to throw out a lot of it because it's like, okay, what if something doesn't work?
Right. What if something
And then I got to
broken?
send it back. And like, I put my iPad fucking box out in the recycling today because it's like, okay, I know this works. All good. I got Apple Care on it for like 3 months or whatever the fuck. So,
Yeah. Cool.
But but there was so many boxes. So much fucking packaging, like the fucking craft
God.
paper.
The cats are in heaven. The boys get this stuff, but then the boys are little jerks and they pee on it. That part isn't so fun. But when they're like running and attacking it, like there's like a little mousey in there or something.
I'm sitting on a couch the other day and I'm watching them. One of them's hiding in the paper.
Yes, I
for
love
the other
it.
one to come out, and he just jumps out of the
Waiting
paper.
for
Out of,
him.
yeah. Yeah, I was shooting a video, and I forgot to fucking finish the video.
Yeah.
Because I was going to do it Monday, but I was so damn tired by the time I got this fucking FedEx package that I was just like, oh, I can test this thing and then go to bed. Joe could be a big box for Halloween. Okay. I need a FedEx fucking costume. That's what I need to do. Anyway, get a FedEx fucking uniform. That's the word I was looking for. Anyway, so like I take some of the shit out of the box. I throw it like, yeah, my cats love this stuff. And then later on, as I'm shooting, I hear like the paper rat. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, I told you they love this stuff.
That's really cute.
And I never fucking finished the video because I was gonna do like, here's everything that's in here. Here's how it's all wired. Here's how it all works. Completely fucking forgot about it. And then like next thing, and now it's at my drummer's house, and it ain't coming back here.
No.
Maybe like after the
a gig.
show.
Yeah.
So because that way I know it's going inside a house and not sitting in a car.
Right.
But like, you know, not that I don't think John would bring it in the house. It's just fucking huge, and I wouldn't want him to have to bring it in the house by himself.
He's a little John.
And down to the fucking basement. Oh my god, we're having a group fucking chat the other day, and I said something. I was like, "Oh, I'm excited, you know, yay, it's practice day or something." And John, who, if you go on livingbraindead.com, is listed on our site as Lil John, puts a fucking gif of Lil John going, yeah! To which, of course, I responded with a gif of James Hetfield going, yeah! So, you know.
You guys are dorks. I would have it no other way.
Yeah. I think that's what makes that's what makes musicians fall in love with us when they play with us.
Yeah, being dorks.
Is like, man, you guys just really don't give a fuck. Okay, cool. I like that. You guys are just chill. You're like, yeah, we just want to play this music and hang out.
Yeah.
Like, we got a show coming up. We were going to prep for that. We're taking it seriously. We just bought $2,000 worth of gear to fucking bring to it.
You
but
better
like,
take it seriously.
but like, you're like, it's so laid back and it's so, you know, we're all just so chill. We just want to fucking play and hang out, and like, we love spending time with each other. Like, it's just cool as fuck, you know, like, which is why it's like so cool that we're going to a fucking Sabres game on Monday. You know what I mean?
I'm excited for you guys. Little jealous. Would like a picture with Sabretooth. But I mean, a picture with Sabretooth that stands every game you go to ever.
Right.
Because I love him.
But you know, Ryan and I were regularly going to Sabres games prior to the pandemic. This will be the first one the two of us have gone to since, I think this might be his first one since then, and this is going to be my second regular season game since then. But you know, it'll be it'll be great to be back in the arena with him, and then we're going with my drummer who's a Tampa Bay fan for some reason, and his buddy who's a Tampa Bay fan. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
a lot of chirping, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's half the fun, right? Yeah.
And what's really fun is the team actually looks like they want to fucking play well, which is, you know, you couldn't say that the last like 4 or 5 years. Would be a killer pick to see Joe with Gritty from the Flyers.
John Johnson, you don't even know how I feel about Gritty. It's like 10 times what I feel about Sabretooth.
I got tagged in a tweet the other day from a Flyers fan that I'm friends with, and he goes, like, it was in mid conversation on Twitter, and he goes, well, you know, at least they're not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs already, like the Buffalo Sabres at ThinkSoJoE. And I almost typed Sabretooth greater than Gritty, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I love Tooth, but I also love Gritty.
I know, how can you not?
As much as I hate the Flyers, I love that mascot.
Oh man.
Anyway, so that was like, you know, so I'm like, I took a screenshot. It was right after the first game, so the Sabres were like in first place.
Okay.
Tied with a bunch of other teams because it was the first fucking game.
Right.
I'm like, So if we're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs and I have to scroll all the way down the page from Buffalo to find Philadelphia, what's that say about your team? He says, yeah, enjoy it. Well, enjoy this week.
Yeah.
And here we go. So that, that's, still for technically third place because one of our wins was an overtime shootout win.
Oh, okay.
And a couple of the other teams are just straight up 3-0, but
Yeah.
technically third place. Who are your favorite mascots from the NHL?
I don't know
You
many
don't know
of
any.
them. Well, I know the one from the Predators. He's
Nash,
stupid.
yeah.
He wishes.
He wishes he was Saber too.
He wishes.
Just like the Nashville Predators have always wished they were the Buffalo Sabres. Look at the facts. Blue and gold.
Ugh,
Paul Gostad.
bitches.
Phil Housley. A saber-toothed tiger is their fucking mascot. Come on, guys. Who are you fooling?
Not
Anyway.
me. Not me.
So no, not necessarily Nash. Even though there is a Nash plush in the bedroom there.
Yeah.
It was a gift. But anyway, so then I don't know. I mean, I like Sabretooth. I like Gritty.
What about you, John Johnson?
Yeah, I don't.
What
maybe-
are your
maybe-
favorite
maybe-
NHL mascots?
Maybe Youppi
What's that?
from the Montreal Canadiens. Used to be the Montreal Expos.
Is he just the big
Yes.
thing? Like
Yes.
the big puffball?
Yes.
Okay. I've been up close and personal with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew you knew who he was as soon as he
Yeah.
used to
What's
be the
his
mascot. Youppi.
Youppi.
Youppi. Youppi.
It's kind of fun to say.
Yep.
Youppi.
We're running out of time here, so
Okay, we have 49 seconds.
we do. So we've got a show. We've got two shows next weekend, the 29th, the 30th.
Both at Stamps.
Both at Stamps. Both $5 to get in. Gritty, SJ, Sharky, and Sparky from the Islanders. Okay, I could see Sparky.
All right.
He's a little dragon dude. Anyway,
All right.
so yeah, so next Friday and Saturday, $5
Halloween
each.
weekend.
Dress up,
Costumes will get you swag.
basically. This next artist is on there. Next group.
Yes, and
Yeah,
I'm super
I didn't have
excited
the-
to hang out. I'm excited for all of these people to hang out with each other because all of these artists are like the coolest people. We're going to have Kerry Faye, Anxious Kids Make Good People, Jaynie Crash and the Tallmen, the Magictonez, and Yellow Sauce, who we'll hear from next week.
Yes, and this is the Magictonez. This song is called Spiritual Detox on All WNY Think So Joe Show. We'll see you next week.